This is Soul Chronicles, and I'm your host, C. Boyd Motley. Today, I want to talk about a friend of mine who has been an inspiration to me for some time. One of my best friends, actually. He and I met while we were on the job and became instant friends. And I had known him for, I would say, almost a year. And I noticed how much of an attitude he had as far as being perseverant, his diligence, his initiative. He was always trying to find something. He was always finding a way to make time for his projects, his dreams, his aspirations. And I remember I would come to him on a regular basis, crying about this, whining about that, complaining about where this relationship that had gone bad, or this girl that wasn't doing right, or this thing at the job. I was always complaining about something to him, and he would always leave me with the words of inspiration and encouragement, and explain to me and remind me that you're going to meet adversity in your life, and the best thing you can do with that is just try to do is push through it. Recognize it for what it is, and figure out what you can learn from it. Because every obstacle you face is not existential. It's not going to kill you. You just have to figure out what is the lesson in this experience. So needless to say, again, I've known him for some time, and then I learned that he was actually dealing with some severe medical issues. The fact that he was able to function on a daily basis was baffling to me once I learned all that he was going through just to stay functional. And it when I learned all that he was going through, I just felt to myself, man, this guy is filling people, not just me, but filling people with words of inspiration, encouragement, and keeping them on their center. In spite of the fact that he has the worst days, he has terrible days, he's dealing with something and some things, not just one thing, some things that I myself felt like if I was me going through that, I don't know that I had the strength to do it. But yet somehow he finds a way to push through that. Now, fast forward some years pass, and he was blessed to be healed of his ills. Now he's fully functioning, has a baby, has his whole life is opened up for him, all because he remained vigilant, stayed true to himself, persevered through, and even in all that, he still found time to pursue his passions. And that's what I want you to walk away with today is recognizing that people out there are dealing with a lot worse. I know it's easy for us to sit back and say, oh my God, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. I don't understand how I'm going to make it through. And we feel like the world is coming down on our shoulders. But in reality, there are people out there that are dealing with things way worse. Yet somehow they are able to stay on track, stay on task, and push through, and then still be a beacon of encouragement for others. That's what I aspire to be an encouragement for others who are struggling in their own way, to remind you that you're not alone out here in whatever it is you're pursuing and trying to do. Just don't give up on yourself or give up on the thing. Know that your struggle is temporal. You're going to come out on the other side of this thing, but you got to stay true and keep pushing forward. Adversity isn't your enemy per se. Adversity is an opportunity to learn. It's more of a character test than anything, in my opinion. And from that, this is how we grow. I know I've kind of hinted on this in other podcasts, but when you're at your most uncomfortable, that's when the breakthroughs happen. That's when you reach that next level, because in those moments when your character is put to the test, when your dedication, your belief in yourself is put to the test, that's when you find out who you really are. That's your authentic self coming through on the other side of that. And that's why it's important that you embrace that. See adversity for what it is. It's a challenge to get you past the next level. There will be times when you feel like the world is crushing you from the pressure, and you can't take it any longer. But I believe that you have the ability to overcome that. This is Soul Chronicles.